Hey everyone, I'm David Finz, and on this episode of the Cyber Insurance Imperative, we're going to turn our attention to the latest developments in the controversy surrounding the use of pixel tracking and the privacy concerns that result. This past week, a well-known trial lawyer filed suit in California against one of the nation's largest tax preparation firms, alleging that the company violated federal racketeering laws when it partnered with Meta and Google to embed spyware on its website so that it could scrape and monetize tax return data. It bears noting that the statute that the lawsuit was filed under, the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, or RICO, was originally enacted to fight organized crime. But the complaint argues that these three companies didn't properly alert consumers that their data was being sold and even went as far as to deceive consumers about their data sharing practices. Now, these allegations are not new. As far back as July, a congressional report concluded that Meta and Google had worked with the tax prep firm to put tracking pixels on the section of the tax prep company's website where customers entered sensitive information. For those who are unfamiliar with the term, tracking pixels are tiny files that help the hosts of websites collect information about those who visit the site. In this case, the plaintiff alleges that information included such details as college savings or retirement account information. In a press release, the trial lawyer claimed that these companies ignored data privacy laws and, in his words, passed information about people's financial lives around like candy. Meta and the tax prep firm have declined to comment, but a spokesperson for Google says the company has, and I quote, strict policies and technical features that prohibit Google Analytics customers from collecting data that could be used to identify an individual. Google also sought to shift the blame to the tax prep firm, stating that it's the owners of the website, not Google, who control what information is gathered. In fairness, I should point out that this particular tax prep firm is not some sort of outlier. The Federal Trade Commission recently cautioned that firm, as well as 4 of their competitors, that they could face penalties for using customers' data without their permission for the purpose of targeting ads. This is something that is dealt with in the tax code, which bars the disclosure of such taxpayer information by preparers for any reason other than return preparation. The congressional report also found that the metapixel was being used by the defendant here to reveal whether the taxpayer claimed dependents, had rental income, or took advantage of certain deductions. And even though the defendants had told Congress that the information being shared was anonymized, the FTC says it is still easily identifiable and could be mined to make a dossier, or profile, on the customer, which could then be used to tailor ads to their specific situation. Why does the FTC care? Well, the regulators at the FTC have been going after companies engaging in questionable data privacy practices, contending that such practices give those companies an unfair competitive advantage in the marketplace. Now, what should you do about all of this? Well, first off, you need to get a handle on your company's data collection and sharing practices. In addition to making sure that you comply with your own privacy policy, there's a myriad of laws that govern what you can and cannot do. If you need a referral to a qualified privacy attorney who can review these practices and help you get into compliance, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can DM me on LinkedIn or email me at david.finz@alliant.com, and I'll be happy to connect you with several qualified attorneys that you can vet for yourself. The second thing that you should do is understand that coverage for the wrongful collection of data is not easy to come by nowadays. You're going to want to check your cyber insurance policy for any exclusions, cardbacks for the inadvertent collection of data, and provisions for defense. Recognize that underwriters are not looking to cover business practices that deliberately violate the law or your stated privacy policy, but that shouldn't preclude coverage for human error. Because as technology advances, risk increases. And here at Alliant, we are committed to helping you find the more rewarding way to manage risk. Thanks for watching.